Welcome back. Let's turn our attention now to some of the top legal stories we are tracking.
We begin with a report that the Court of Appeal in Abuja has formally assumed jurisdiction in an appeal brought before it by the Senate President, Dr. Bukola Saraki, to challenge his trial by the federal government on allegations of false assets declaration at the Code of Conduct Tribunal. The appellate court, in a decision last week Thursday, granted accelerated hearing in the suit. Dr. Saraki is asking the court to stop his continued trial at the Code of Conduct Tribunal pending the determination of his case. Justice Moore Adumien granted a speedy hearing after listening to arguments on the need for the matter to be expeditiously determined because of the utmost urgency involved. The Senate President, through the Council, is praying the Court of Appeal for an order to stay, stop, or halt his trial on the 13-count charge of false assets declaration charges. A suspected mastermind of the October 1st, 2010 bombing in Abuja, Charles Oka, caused a row in court last week by attempting to commit suicide. At last week Tuesday's proceedings, before a federal high court in Abuja, the suspected mastermind made an emotion-filled comment about his protracted trial, after which he grabbed a nearby chair and made attempts to break a window in order to create an opening through which he could jump down from the courtroom located on the third floor of the 5-story building. He was, however, overpowered and the chair was retrieved from him. His frustration was probably ignited by his lawyer's absence in court. The defense lawyers, Mr. Samuel Zibiri and O.O. Otebu, were provided by the federal government-owned Legal Aid Council, after Oka in October last year dispensed with the services of a Lagos lawyer, Mr. Festus Keyamo, whose law firm had defended him since the case started in 2010. Oka, who is standing trial alongside Juan Obi Nwabweze for terrorism charges arising from the October 1st, 2010 bombing incident, sought the permission of the trial judge, Justice Gabriel Kolawole, to speak after it was discovered that his lawyer was not in court. After the judge granted him permission to speak from the dock, Oka, in an emotional outburst, expressed frustration about his long incarceration and the attendant deprivation of the opportunity to cater for his family. Justice Kolawole has adjourned the case till October the 20th. The State and National Assembly Petitions Tribunal in Benue State last week upheld the election of the senator representing Benue South Senatorial District, Senator David Mark of the People's Democratic Party, the PDP. The tribunal dismissed a petition filed by the candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Daniel Onje. The petition was struck out for lack of adequate evidence. Mr. Onje had dragged Senator Mark to the tribunal, alleging that the April 2015 senatorial election in Benue South District was marred because the card reader was not used and that there was open financial inducement of voters and mutilation of result figures. He urged the tribunal to nullify the emergence of Mark and declare him winner of the poll, or in the alternative, order a fresh conduct of the poll. The chairman of the tribunal, Justice Digbeolu Mosumola, however, held that the petitioner failed to prove his case with adequate evidence on valid documents. And we round off with the report from the Ghanaian government, which has suspended 7 out of 12 High Court judges in the wake of the allegations of bribery stemming from a documentary made by an investigative journalist. The development followed a public outcry after the judges accepted bribe money through intermediaries, as shown in the 3-hour film last month in Accra. Ghana's judiciary is revered for its efficacy and impartiality and seen as a bulwark of society that prides itself on its reputation as one of Africa's most stable and peaceful democracies. However, the documentary put Chief Justice Georgina Wood and other judicial leaders under pressure to show a forceful public response.
In accordance with Standing Order 58 of
the Judicial Council, in a statement, said the judge's suspension followed the establishment of a prima facie case of stated misbehavior against them by the Honorable Lady Chief Justice Wood. The council had previously suspended 22 junior judges who appeared in the video and investigated the conduct of High Court judges to see if there was a case for their impeachment. Some of the judges have, however, denied any wrongdoing and had filed a challenge in court, saying their suspension had no legal basis because documents relating to the video that were submitted by the journalists were not made available to them.
Looking at everything.